Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I pray you all can hear me. Please excuse my voice. I am still fighting with the thing that I've been fighting with. I don't know what it is, but I've been fighting with my voice. I've been fighting with a cough. But I'm really not receiving anything in my body. I'm just fighting it off. So, with that being said, welcome to another night of My Life Has Destiny podcast where anything can happen. I am so excited on tonight. My sister just came in. Y'all know I have to work tonight, so I'm not going to be up here long at all. But I just wanted to say, this is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Tonight, as y'all can see, we are talking about "And the truth shall make you free." Um, if you think about that, that scripture is John 8 and 32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. With that being said, I have a question. Who are you lying to? Whew. Okay. So when you think about that, and I ask the question, who are you lying to? A lot of times we will tell partial truth, we'll leave stuff out. A truth um, by a, well, telling, leaving something out, a lie by omission is still a lie. And then a lot of times people will look you in your face and they will lie like, we didn't ask you anything, so why are you lying? I'm just a little bit curious. So, but who are you really lying to? Are you lying to us or are you lying to yourself? Are you trying to convince us of your truth when you're really lying to yourself? I'm just asking some questions here because these are some of the things that pop in my head when this topic comes up. So I'm just a little bit curious as to who you're lying to during this season because you really don't have to lie. There's no need for it. Um, and God is not a liar, nor is He the author of confusion. So I'm looking at my sister face, y'all, but he's not, and there's no need because most of us say that we're grown. If you're so grown, why do you have to lie about what you're doing? Be honest with yourself because you don't have to lie to us. There's no need for it. Um, just be honest. Be honest with who you're with. If you don't want to be in a relationship, say that. Don't run around cheating. If you don't want to have a friendship, say that. Don't act like you're somebody's friend and you're really not. If you um, my sister over here humming, y'all. If you don't want to be in the same circle as other people, don't. Just remove yourself. But there is no need to lie about the things that you're doing. Once again, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Most of us have a spirit of discernment and can look you in your face and tell you that you're lying, but we choose not to. And the reason we choose not to is because we're sparing you. Um, and some things just don't deserve a response. Some things you just sit there and you say, okay. Some things I may just look at you because there's no need for me to say anything. Um, some things just don't deserve my energy. I just don't want to. So I just remove myself from the equation because why am I in it? Um, those are just some of the questions that I have. Just think about those things um, because you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. With that being said, because this is my sister's topic,
Continue. First of all, I have not spoken to her. She's been out of town. We have not talked.
At all.
And she done came up here and pretty much said everything I was getting ready to say.
Oh,
Um, but okay, so
hmm,
this is gonna be short and sweet tonight.
yes, it is.
Try to be done with you guys no later than 10:15. Um, but this is my question is why lie at all?
That part.
It's not about a little white lie, because a
Mm-mm.
little white lie, as some people like to say, is still a lie. Why lie at all? And then you got the audacity to get mad when the individual find out that you lying and don't want to deal with you.
That part.
How can you be mad and upset when the person find out that that's what you do? First of all, the Bible says that a liar will not tarry in his kingdom. That's what it says. So if you know the word, since a lot of us wonderful people say that we do, then why do you go against it so much? And then when you get called out with it, and the truth has to come out, it's a whole problem for you. And you want to call everybody devils and demons, and you want to call them this, but you the biggest devil in the room
That part.
because you don't know how to tell the truth.
Right.
You want to say what you want to say about everybody else, but you don't want to own up to your stuff. You
Mm.
don't want to be accountable for your crap, but you want to talk about everybody else's. So tonight, this is the reason why I said, and the truth will set you free. Not just the biblical aspects of it, but the whole shebang.
And see, this is the thing. Once you have defiled the relationship, there's no getting that relationship back the way you feel like it should come back together. If you had a good relationship in the beginning and you messed it up, guess what? The same energy you use messing it up, the same is the same energy you need to keep staying away. Because once you have messed up that relationship, there's no getting that relationship back. Yes, I may forgive you, but your trust is no longer there. And no, I don't have trust issues. I trust you to be exactly who you are. If you lie, you're a liar. If you cheat, you're a cheater. If you steal, you're a thief. So I trust you to be exactly who you're going to be. So no, I don't have trust issues. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it back over. Sorry, Sissy, to cut you off.
I prefer that you tell me who you are up front and
Exactly.
give me the option and choice to make a decision if I want to deal with you.
Exactly.
Right? That would be a preference. But we know that that's not how the world turns. Not everybody is that way.
Exactly.
I am what you see is what you get,
That's right.
and that's what it is. I don't change. I don't change like a chameleon changes colors. That ain't me.
Right.
What you get right now is every day, all day, 24/7. That's what you get,
Exactly.
and I just can't deal. I said it before we came into 2023, and I meant it. I am not. I'm not taking on. First of all, it's not my assignment. That's my motto in this season. Not my assignment. Two, definitely don't deserve my energy and ain't gonna get the response. Three is if you have to lie, and you gotta lie about petty stuff. Stuff
Right.
don't have to be lied about. I just don't understand. It's just the little small things that people choose to lie about that turn into something big. And it don't have to be
It
that
really
way.
it does
It really don't have to be that way. And then again, like we said earlier, then you mad when you get called out on your mess.
not. Right.
Be you.
That's
I want you to authentically be you, whatever that means.
that's right.
You and all your messiness, all that. I would rather deal with you as a messy individual than for you to come at me like somebody who's not, and I found out that's what you are later.
That part.
That's what I'm saying.
That part.
So whatever you gonna be, just be that up front,
Mhm.
right? And there's no either or there here. There's nothing that I have to deal with or think about later
Right.
because I know who I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
You catch what I'm saying? And when it comes down to relationship, when you do that and the trust gone, baby, I said it a couple days ago that trust in no relationship is like a car with no gas. It ain't going nowhere.
It's going nowhere whatsoever.
It ain't going nowhere. Once the trust factor is broken, that's it.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, all relationships can't be reconciled.
that's right.
Depending on the damage that's been made,
Mhm.
they not all reconcilable.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
And that's fine. Because some relationships should have never been in the first place.
Right.
We choose to give people positions that they don't deserve in
Mhm.
our lives because we thought this was a connection. We
Right.
thought we saw this. And oh we thought we got this from this individual. If you stop basing things off of your emotions and your assumptions and open your eyes and see what you see, you would make this wouldn't be an issue.
That's right.
Period. But we people, and I say we people,
Mhm.
because the Bible says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. That's what it says,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Mhm. That's
So
what it says.
now that you got the knowledge of that you allow your days to be ruled by your emotions and you need to stop it, fix it.
That's right.
When you allow your relationships to be ruled by your emotions, stop it, fix it.
Mhm.
Because your emotions will get you into a world of trouble that you can't get out of.
That's right.
Like my granddaddy used to say, don't let your butt write a check that your behind can't cash.
Ooh, Jesus. Yes.
You catch what I'm saying? And we filter things off of our emotions before we allow the truth to speak. Our
Mhm.
emotions speak first.
That's right.
But if you can learn how to be a person that could guard and hone your emotions, that means you control everything. When your emotions are out of whack, you have no control of your body. You ain't got no control of your speech. You ain't got no control of a whole lot of things. Cause honey, when we emotional, everything come out.
That's right.
And
So
so we
true.
have to learn not to, we got to learn how to govern our emotions, but
Mhm.
not be governed by them, if you catch what I mean.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of times
Go
we
ahead.
get emotional and act out on people, and they don't even know why you acting out. You're just acting out. They don't know if they did anything to you, what they have done. Instead of you being mature about it and having a conversation and say, this is what you did and this is what I don't like, you act the fool. Why? For what? Why can't we talk about this? Why can't you give me a chance to make it right if I did something to you? Why can't you say, "Hey, that's like Coco saying something to me that I don't like and me holding it in and letting stuff pile up." No, I would be like, "Sis, what you said, I didn't like how you said that." And because I'm offended and because she's the person that she is, she'll be like, I didn't mean to offend you, but this is what I meant by this. We don't want to offend anybody. And a lot of times the truth does hurt
Yep.
unless you're honest with yourself. It's okay for the truth to hurt. That's how you get convicted, not condemned, convicted.
And that's how you fix issues.
And that's how you fix issues.
The Bible says if you have a ought against your brethren, you're
Exactly.
supposed to take it to them.
That's right.
But we as people, we don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Instead, what we do is we take it to everybody else.
That's right.
And then when it come back full circle, 500 different things that been added to that art that you didn't say
Right.
because you didn't take it to the person you needed to take it to in the first place.
Mhm. Exactly.
And this is why we run into problems.
Right. And you fester on stuff that a person did, and once again, the person have no clue what was done.
And not only that, people move on. Everybody else done moved on. You the only person
You
still
stuck.
stuck.
You
When
stuck.
you stuck, when you stuck inside your own head,
Mhm.
you got a serious problem.
Right.
When everybody tells you to go get help, go get therapy, go sit down and talk to somebody that
Mhm.
can give you enough wisdom to help you, but the wisdom is coming and you just ain't listening because you don't like what they say because they giving you the God's honest truth and
Right.
the truth is raw and unfiltered and you can't deal with it,
Mhm.
then this is the thing. Don't dish out
What
what you
you
can't
can't
take.
take. That's right. That's
And this is the problem that we have. You got so many people that you dishing this type of stuff out to people, but when people bring it back to you and it come full circle, it's a problem because you don't like to deal with you.
right.
You have issues with other people because you see parts of yourself in them, and so then you dog them, but you can't dog you.
Mhm. And then when people start walking away, you wondering why you so lonely and why you can't keep a friendship or some type of relationship because you are in your own way.
Right? Can't take their own medicine. LSG.
Exactly.
The biggest issue for me is if you have a issue, state it. Period, point blank.
That's it.
If you say what you have, then we can work on it. But if you don't never say nothing, I'm gonna move on. You gonna be the one stuck, not me.
Mhm.
I'm living life. You
Right.
the one. Oh, I can't. Oh, look at what they did. Oh, this is what happened, and this is what they didn't do. Oh, I asked them to do this for me, and they told me that they couldn't do it. Nigga, that was 3 years ago. You still holding on to that?
And then you
Three
burn
years come
bridges.
and gone.
You burning bridges with people that actually truly loved you.
Right. That 3 years done came and went.
Mhm.
And you still holding. Okay, this ain't poker. Texas Hold'em don't even last that long.
That part right there.
Everything has its rightful place. And if we dealt with it when it was in its rightful place,
Mhm.
these type of issues wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
And then you don't know how to decipher between what's them and what's the spirit that's using them.
Mhm.
The main reason you ain't got no discernment.
Right.
Ask for discernment so you know what you're dealing with, who you dealing with, and what's in front of you.
That's right.
I'm not tolerating foolishness in this thing. That's
Mhm.
right. People are going to tolerate it for so long.
That's right.
They, thank you. My whole thing is this: say what you mean and mean what you say. I say it all the time. The biggest thing for me is I will state it again, and I'm so cool with it. I'm so cool with it, honey. I could be ice cubes right now. That's how cool I am about it. I know I'm not everybody cup of tea. Why? Because I'm gonna give it to you like I know it.
That's it.
Period. And if you can't take that, then I can't be your friend.
That's right.
Right? And that's the only way I know how to be. Because that's how I was taught.
Mhm.
I wasn't taught to be nobody punk.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't taught to be nobody. You could just we just gonna roll it over under the rug. And that's not how I came up.
Right.
That's not what it was. Even when I started to learn who God was, the people that taught me in church gave it to me raw and unadulterated. You gotta have thick skin. Don't come in here and you get offended and your heart is right here
That's right.
because you're gonna be hurt all the time.
That's it. So true.
And that's how I was dealt with even when I started to try to come into church and start to come into ministry.
Mhm.
So that's the only way I know how to be. Now, do I do it to the point where it's meant to hurt somebody? No. I do it to the point to get you this understanding that this is what it is, and you need to deal with you.
That's
Until
it.
you deal with you, you can't tell nobody else how to deal with their issues.
That's
How
it.
dare you? How you got the unadulterated gall to want to tell somebody else about their life, but yours is jacked up?
Right.
How dare you? Where we do that at? You can't tell me how to fix a relationship when yours ain't right.
That part.
We're not gonna do that. You couldn't be a marriage counselor for me, and you've been married 9 times. Obviously, it didn't work for you. So what could you tell me?
That part.
Nothing. And that's where we are. You say we done what about your friends? Part 1, 2, and
And
I
three.
believe 3. It's gonna be a 4. This is the thing. If you want to know how to keep friends, how to be a friend, first of all, start being the friend you want somebody to be to you.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
How about that?
Right there.
That's the first thing. Be
Mm-hmm.
a real and true friend to somebody else. Once you know how to do that, you can get friends and keep friends. I've had friends that I have had for over 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Me
Never
too.
really had no issues with them. Me and my best ain't never had no argument.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Quint ain't never had no argument.
There's no
I
need.
say what I need to say to her. She say what she need to say, and we move on.
That's it.
I don't have arguments with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because there's nothing to argue over. We're friends. So let me say what I need to say. Then I need you to reiterate and tell me how you feel about what I said, and then
Mm-hmm.
move on.
That's it.
It's
That's
just
it.
it's just that quick.
And if you
No.
value, if you value your friendship, for example, Coco and I call y'all know that's my sister. If I have an opinion about something or I want to know something concerning me, I may go to her and say, Coco, this is what I'm dealing with. And what you think about this? Is she gonna tell me? Like she don't have to come to me and say this, and this. Cause I deal with the issues of me. I know what's going on with me. So why am I gonna lie to myself? It doesn't make any sense to me to lie to me. I think that's the dumbest thing because now you don't even know who you are because you're constantly lying to yourself to the point where you actually believe your lies. I know exactly who I am. I know what I'm capable of. And most of the time, y'all know. Because it is what it is. I'm transparent. I'm 47 years old. Why am I hiding stuff from you?
I tell people all the time, look, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I'm capable of, and I know who I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I know who I used to be, and I know who I ain't no more. Trust me. When I tell you I used to be hell on wheels, I mean that. And this is a whole 360 turn from that. And that's not what I want to revert back to. I refuse to allow people to make me go in reverse
Right.
because you stupid
Exactly.
and you don't want to change. I'm not doing that. You can be on that bar by yourself.
Right.
That's your island. You can stay right there
That's it.
because I'm not doing that.
That's it.
At the end of the day, right, LHG, you can say what you want, but baby, it's your actions behind what you say
Mm-hmm.
that make a whole world of difference for me.
Right.
Words don't mean nothing. It's what you do after you say it.
Mm-hmm.
You catch what I'm saying?
That's right.
Me and Quint have went to opposite states for one another
Mm-hmm.
over the smallest little thing. Oh, nothing. I just want to see you. Say, okay,
That's it.
we get in the car. Go 3 hours like it's nothing.
That's it.
Okay, I'll be there. Just make sure my room ready.
Mm-hmm. I
All
just
right.
need to look in your face and make sure you're okay. That's it. It don't matter. Yeah, I've been talking to you on the phone, but I need to see your
Okay.
face. I need to see for myself.
People don't understand how I believe in the gift of pop up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I have driven almost 5 hours down the road just to pop up in Hampton to see folks and turn around and come right back same day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Multiple times. Multiple times. And I do it for anybody.
That's
But what
right.
I'm not gonna do is waste my time, energy, and gas
That's right.
to come and try to be there for you when you don't even want to show up for yourself.
That part.
I'm not doing that in 2023.
Mm-mm.
Not happening.
Not at all.
I'm not showing up for you if you can't show up for you.
That's right.
And stop doing the little pity party crap. That's done and over with.
Mhm.
It's done. You can stick a fork in it. That's how done it is. Don't nobody want to continue to keep hearing the same thing.
Mm-mm.
It's a difference if you got an ongoing issue, it's health related. I know your stuff.
That's right.
Well, you ain't got to tell me every time I talk to you. Quint know my stuff, but I don't bring it up to her every time she talk to me.
Mm-mm.
There are days when she could just really tell something is wrong with me,
Mhm.
and I'll be like, "Yep, I don't feel good today. I've been resting all day, and it don't seem like resting is helping today." That's the
Mm.
most I'll say. But I don't keep reiterating and going back into the stuff she already know.
Exactly.
You catch what I'm saying? We sit here and we put emphasis on the wrong thing.
Mhm.
You don't have enough um, value about yourself to value yourself first
That's
because you
right.
put everything else as the priority and you leave yourself last. And
Mhm.
because you do that, how do you expect other people to value you if you don't value you?
Mhm. That's right.
I just want to know. Come on now. Right. But how do you expect other people to value you if you don't value you?
That part.
You
That
don't even
part.
you don't even value you enough to speak your whole truth.
Right.
You give bits and pieces of the parts you want people to know, but you don't say, "Oh, well, it's because of me that XYZ took place.
Mhm.
It's because of this that da 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 da." If
Mhm.
you tell it right.
That part.
Tell it right. Because we all don't no game be played by one person. You catch what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying?
Not at all.
When you at high school, it's a whole basketball team of people,
Mhm.
not one player.
That part.
The only time it's one player is if the coach say y'all playing one on one.
Right.
Then you can say it was just done by me and me only.
Mhm.
But when you know it's a team effort, everybody got parts to play. And the question is, what part are you playing in
Mhm.
your own truth? Or have you lied so much to yourself and other people that you don't even know what that is?
Mm. That part.
Is that what it is? Because if that's the case, you seriously got more issues than a little bit, and you really need to go get it worked out.
Right.
And stop thinking that when somebody come back at you with what you just gave them, that everybody is against you.
Right.
How can somebody be against you and all they did was give your own words back to you?
Mhm.
That's it. When you go to a counselor, that's what they do. They say they write notes and then they say, okay, so let's reiterate. And they come back to you with what you just gave them.
Right.
And when you hear it come from somebody else, you be like, it make you do this here. Because when you hear the stuff you say concerning your own life come back
Mhm.
to you, it
Right.
sounds differently coming from a third party.
That's right.
So every once in a while, you need an opinion concerning you.
That's right.
Right. Because let's make one thing clear. And if nobody else won't tell you, I'll tell you. When you go to people with your stuff, you now bringing them weight.
That's right.
And they have a choice whether or not
They
to
want
want
it.
to carry your weight.
Mhm.
And I have told everybody I know in this season, you can listen to it, but release it after you hear it.
That's it.
Because you don't need to sit back and oh, I'm an empath. I feel everybody. I do too. And that's not me being no empath. That's the prophetic side of who I am in the spirit
Mhm.
realm. I
That's
feel
right.
everything I walk into.
Mhm.
Sometimes I feel it before I even hit it. So that's
That's
the
right.
prophetic part of me. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I don't have to pick up on every spirit I
That's
see.
right.
And not saying that I could just sit back and just choose and pick. I might see it, I might feel it, but baby, I don't have to hold it. You catch what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know it's in the atmosphere. I know it's in the room. It can be in the building.
That's
What we
it.
gonna do is I'm about to go into prayer mode. I'm about to do what I do best. We
Mhm.
gonna get it up out of here and we gonna mosey on.
That's
That's
it.
what it's gonna be. Cause I'm not carrying nobody else's weight in 2023.
But let me say this too. When it comes to you bringing your stuff to other people, you don't have to bring everything. You have to have a spirit of discernment and know what you need assistance with and what you can handle. Because constantly bringing stuff to people, you become draining and people don't want to deal with you. At that point, it's like she always got an issue. Why is it every day she has an issue? She never got a smile on her face. She can never handle anything. Don't tell me, oh, I'm a prophet. And every time you got something going on, you can't pray yourself through anything. Or you can't release something from you, but you can tell everybody else how to handle their stuff. Listen, you can't pray for me. You can't tell me how to handle my stuff because you can't handle your own stuff. So if you don't have no power, I don't want you to pray for me. Because now what are you actually releasing to me
Yep,
and on me? So be careful when it comes to that.
yep. My thing is this, and then some of you, you know, when you get ready to go to somebody, that's your plan is to dump it.
Exactly.
Don't do that to other people.
Mm-mm.
Don't do that to other people. Stop dumping your mess on people when you don't want to deal with it and handle it. Even a I need you to catch this and catch it real good. Even when you fill up a trash bag, it has to be thrown away.
Mhm.
It can only hold so much.
That's right.
And then after that, there's no more capacity or room to hold anything.
That's
So
right.
that means it's now time for it to be thrown away.
Exactly.
So this is what you have to understand. Same thing in the natural and the spirit realm. If
Mhm.
you constantly come and dump your stuff on me, I have now become your natural or spiritual trash can because I allowed you to do so.
Exactly.
But now when I get to the point that I have reached the capacity limit for your trash,
Mhm.
it's now time for me to upchuck it and
Mhm.
throw it away. And
That's
when I throw it away, don't be like a person that has to go back and rummage through the garbage because that's where I'm going to leave it.
mhm.
That's what I'm saying. So I need you to really catch that analogy.
That's
Think of it as you being a trash bin and somebody constantly dumping trash on you, and now your bin is full.
mhm.
You got to go to the compact to compact it down and get rid of it. It's
Right.
time for you to get rid of other people's weight. Some of us have been carrying other people's weight so long that it has now brought on natural weight and you can't get rid of it.
Right.
It has now brought on sicknesses that you've been trying to figure out where they came from.
Mhm.
They came because it came from other people's stuff.
Right.
When you don't learn how to release things and people, this is what happens. Spirit transfers are real. And even when people talk to you, the spirit of a thing can be transferred.
That's right.
You catch what I'm saying? You won't dealing with depression before, but the person that called you has been depressed for the last 3 weeks,
Mhm.
and now all of a sudden you depressed.
Mhm.
Don't question and wonder why.
Right. And I
What
say
are
it.
you allowing to be released into your gates?
Right.
Because not only are you listening to it, a lot of it you seeing, especially if you talking face to face with the person.
Mhm.
So now you seeing it. I'm seeing your demeanor. Not only am I hearing it, but now I can see your demeanor and the two is matching up. So that right there, I don't want to feel. Keep that over there.
Right. And I've been
What I can do, go
I,
ahead.
I've been saying it for about 2 years now. Don't be a trash for the garbage. Don't be the ear for the garbage. What are you allowing in you?
Right?
Because everything plants a seed.
Yep.
So what are you receiving?
There's a seed for everything. Stop allowing everything in your gates. If y'all remember, and if you do remember, we did a show, and I titled it "Who the Hell Left the Gate Open?"
Mhm.
Right? And everybody was wondering why I used that title. But if you wonder, your spiritual gates, you are the person that leaves them open.
Right.
So when I put the title up, I meant what I said. Who the
Mhm.
hell left the gate open? You
Mhm.
did.
Right.
You left your gates open for people to put in it what you have allowed them to put in.
Mhm.
You let all of these different outside forces seep in. And
Right.
what I have learned is what you give your time to is what overtakes you. So
Mhm.
the question is, what do you give your time to? Who do you give your time to? Because if you spend your time talking to one person more than you talking to the Lord, that's who you give. That's what your priority is.
Mhm.
That is who you value, because your value for Him, your value for your relationship with God, don't match your value with that relationship with that dude.
That's right. That's right. So
And
true.
if you had to go tit for tat, who gives you more, the dude or the Lord? Because the dude can't give you much.
He sure can't.
These days, all he can do is give you a baby that you didn't want, a STD that you can't get rid of, or a headache too, unless he is the man that God sent.
Right.
Then all of that changes. But other than that, that's all you can do.
That's it.
If you and him both out here running, going 1,000 miles per hour, all of y'all with different people, creating a million soul ties with one another.
Mhm.
And we're gonna talk about that next week.
Yes.
But if that's what you out there doing, every time you sleep with somebody and he sleep with somebody, that's a soul tie being created.
That's
When you
right.
go sleep with somebody different, there's another one being created.
That's
And then
right.
all of this is on audio
That's right. Well, y'all, I have to jump off.
because she got to go.
I got to go to work.
But
But
all of this is on all of y'all. I'm gonna let her say what she need to say before she get off, and then I'm gonna finish this. Then I'm gonna be with y'all for the next 15 minutes and gone.
but yes, I totally agree with Coco. We talked about the soul ties before, but it was a pleasure to be up here again on tonight. So y'all take heed to what you heard and what you're going to hear because it's so important for you to guard your ear gate. With that being said, I'm gonna say good night. Y'all have a blessed night. Coco, I'll hit you later.
Okay. Have a good night at work.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm telling y'all, like you do not want to put this on yourself where you make it to a point where nobody wants to deal with you. You know when you being tolerated by folks. It's just something that you can feel. You know by the way they talk to you, all of that. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to be nowhere where I feel like I'm being tolerated. If you can't love me and deal with me the way I am, then leave me be, right? And so we have to learn. We have to learn that, you know, they used to tell us all the time. My grandma, my granddad, they used to say, honesty is the best policy, y'all, because it gets you somewhere. If you the type of person that no matter what, I know what I'm dealing with. I know who I'm dealing with when I deal with you. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it like that. I would prefer to deal with what I know than to feel like I'm gonna end up being blindsided later. That's the preference, right? And so all I'm saying is that I would rather have the truth from you up front than to continue dealing with a bunch of foolishness. But I'm not gonna carry nobody's weight. Not happening. Don't carry another person's weight in 2023 because they wouldn't carry the weight for you. How you know? They don't want to carry their own weight because they keep bringing it to dump it on you. So I'm telling you guys to just be aware. Keep yourself aware of what you need to do and how you need to do it. Because I'm telling you, don't allow yourself to be somebody's trash dump. Don't allow another person to constantly bring their weight to you and they don't want to carry their own weight. It's not fair, it's not right, and you shouldn't allow it. They don't want to deal with their own stuff. And at the end of the day, okay, you don't want to deal with you, so I'm not gonna deal with your stuff. Not saying that I won't deal with you as an individual, but I'm not gonna deal with your stuff. You don't even want your stuff. So how you want to give me it's like a person who cooks a whole big meal. It's only you that you got to cook for. You know you don't eat leftovers. So why you cook that much food? And now you technically are having to give away something that you don't even want to consume because you don't eat leftovers. Don't bring your leftover residue to me. I don't want it. I got my own stuff that I'm trying to work out that I don't need your residue to have to try and I got to deal with my own stuff too. You don't want to deal with the residual effects of what you have done, so don't bring it over here and make me feel like I have to because I'm not going to do that, right? And so that's all that I'm trying to say. When you deal with stuff and you have all of these different relationships and all of these issues, there's residual effects from everything. If you don't want to deal with the residual effects of the things that you have done, you have no right to bring your residue to me. But here's lies the problem. We allow people to do that to us all the time. I don't want the remnants. I don't want the residue from your junk. I don't want that. I'm not taking it. I'm not having that in this season. Not doing it. And so, like I told y'all, I wasn't gonna be up here long tonight. I got started late because I had some things that I had to do. Um, but I also had to be up here with you guys because that's one of the things I love to do. And um, yeah, we are gonna have a What About Your Friends part 4 very, very, very soon. And if you would like to be on that panel, inbox me and let me know. Um, yeah. If you would like to be a part of that, inbox me and let me know. And I will send you a link for that night and have you on the panel. I'm also going to do a show entitled Girlfriends. And I want just a bunch of women to get together and have a conversation. Just have a conversation. And then I'm also going to do one called The Homies, where I hope that we can get a panel of men to come on and speak with you guys and have just a good, wonderful, clean conversation. All right. So, other than that, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful rest of your night. Have a awesome rest of your week. May the peace and grace of God follow you, and may favor find you. All right. I love you guys to live, and I love you guys to life. Live every day on purpose and make it count. See y'all Thursday night.